Stress may be a key factor in the reactivation of the Epstein-Barr virus. As soon as one has episodes of stress in their personal life, at work, or emotional shocks, this disease reappears. I live in the town of Annecy in Haute-Savoie. I'm a legal secretary. The doctor thought it was angina, so here we are, I have angina. So she gave me an antibiotic. It lasted just around 3-4 days as a common strep throat. All this started at the end of 2019. And then after 3 weeks, a month later, I don't remember exactly, I had a lot of red patches all over my body. I was at work that day, but they were really all over the place as if I had a marbled body. It lasted several days, it passed, it came back. I had a more thorough blood test. First, gamma T and AST were detected, I think, indicating there was something wrong with the liver, although I'd never had any digestive or liver problems, nothing at all. And then one day I got the blood test results while at work. I'll remember it for the rest of my life. It said positive for Epstein-Barr virus. So I'm stunned. What does that mean? I searched the internet and saw Epstein-Barr virus mononucleosis. My workmate said to me, "What's wrong with you? You look really bad." I wasn't able to get up in the morning. I just couldn't. I was exhausted. It's the aftermath of mononucleosis that is quite complicated. I had other symptoms that came on, including muscle pain. It was as if I'd been doing intense sport. My muscles ached as if I had strong muscle soreness. For example, even when drying my hair, I couldn't hold my arm up like this for a long time. This is still the case today. I had joint pain in my hands as well. I had to go to the hospital ER several times, and there again they checked my vital signs, made all sorts of routine tests. They said, "No reason to worry," and they dismiss you. They think you're crazy, they don't listen to you. It was a chronic fatigue that couldn't be overcome by sleeping, not at all. Then, a few months later, I felt a burning pain in my body. It's very difficult to explain, and so afterwards I got a tingling in my mouth. It had started in my hands and feet. I was at work that day, and that's when I went to see the doctor and was put off work for 6 months. I'm only 43 years old. I really hope that this chronic fatigue will pass. Really, it's this chronic fatigue syndrome, and it's really a disabling disease. People who suffer from it sleep all day long. One doesn't even have the strength to hold a bottle. Mononucleosis causes mood swings as well. I wouldn't have believed it. Mood swings, tinnitus, dizziness, all sorts of things. As soon as one has episodes of stress in their personal life, at work, or emotional shocks, this disease reappears. And that's what happened to me. I've had some difficult personal experiences, which may have caused the reaction. I don't know. I went to the doctor to have further tests. At first he spoke of myopathy. I feared for my health, especially because I lost my mother to a degenerative disease. And then he referred me to an internal doctor. I had to wait 6 months before the appointment was made. It was another hard blow when they told me it might be spasmophilia or depression. There was a lot of medical malpractice. Of course, all this happened in the middle of the COVID period, so they made me have the COVID tests. They were convinced that I had COVID, and I wanted to tell them, but you know, there isn't just COVID in life. I was angry because doctors gave me the impression that they weren't listening to me. What made me suffer the most was the fact that I wasn't able to look after my children as I wanted to. I was so tired I had to stay on the couch. They were sitting in front of the TV in the afternoon because I couldn't take them to the playground. My children saw that I was tired, and this affected them in many ways. They were wound up, sad, agitated. They could see that their mother wasn't well. People don't know that serologies for EBV detection aren't done automatically. That's why I'm testifying and fighting to make people understand that EBV should be tested for systematically. Just like when you're testing for vitamins, iron, gamma-GT and platelets. That's it. Get doctors to talk about mononucleosis and not just about COVID. Moreover, there are plenty of people who have autoimmune diseases and don't know whether they have had mono before, and their illness was triggered by the Epstein-Barr virus. And yes, I feel useful helping things move forward on the medical level regarding the Epstein-Barr virus. I'm happy to be part of this collaborative group, to help advance research, to make doctors and people understand that there's not only cancer, not only COVID, but other diseases as well. And above all, the Epstein-Barr virus can cause other diseases, which is frequently the case. What do I hope for? That the patient is listened to more, that we don't immediately start throwing around the big three words COVID, depression, stress. That is, patients should be listened to more, medical examinations should be done more in depth. I'm convinced that all of this depends on which doctor you see.